Welcome to the Weekly Late Show on BBNBC. I'm Birdie Betts, and before we begin today's show, let's just breathe a sigh of relief because Donald Trump has not been reelected as president. Thank goodness. And as a Saturday on 7 p.m., everyone in the world except Donald Trump thinks that Joe Biden is going to be our next president. Also, because this entire show is pretty much just going to be about politics, because that's the main thing that happened this week, some people have been telling that politics is boring, so today's show will have memes. Enjoy. I live in an extremely liberal place. That's not necessarily a bad thing. In fact, I would go as far to say that it's definitely a good thing. But one thing that is really fun is just about everyone here didn't really want Trump to win because, well, it's liberal. When Trump was projected to win Texas, someone wrote, "Oh my god, Donald Trump's gonna win Texas. How are we Democrats gonna win without Texas? Because we needed Texas to win." Seriously, luckily Biden never needed Texas, because if he did, we would be in a different place right now. Joe Biden has been elected President of the United States of America. Great, Joe, a quick message to you. Welcome to the late night world, and we hope that you will have 4 great years as President of the United States, and because of our First Amendment rights, we will continue making fun of you as long as you're president. Please don't take us making fun of you personally. We are not, as Donald Trump used to say, the enemy of the people. In fact, we are probably more friends with the people than you are as a politician. And Donald, to you, as you take your next steps of life, and the country wishes you well. As long as you keep the commitment of leading the country if Biden wins, which he has, so lead the country. However, on election night, I have a small problem with some of the news anchors on NBC. When Georgia had 92% in, it was, quote, too early to call. But when Virginia came in with Trump in the lead and more than 50% of the vote in, NBC called the state to Biden. But I understand. CNN was ready to call the 2016 election to Hillary Clinton 9 months before election night. But no, it's too early to call in Georgia. No, it's too close to call, not too early. 95% is not too early. 95% in being too early is like when Spirit Airlines tells you, the flight's gonna be departing in 5 minutes. You know you're lucky if that flight's gonna leave in the next 24 hours. The GOP at this point has literally no shame. Before, they meddled in our election using Russia and then a little bit of something. Now they're just flat out advertising that they won't count votes. That's like if during a baseball game the umpire was like, you know what, you know those rules? Yeah, screw them. First person to touch the ball wins. Got it? Trump also declared victory. Because as they say, when life gives you lemons and 50% of the votes are uncounted, just say you already won, close your eyes, and hope for the best. Donald Trump, it's time for you to go to that golf course in Dubai. I'm not gonna go onto my show and throw shade at other late shows, but a lot of the late shows made fun of the pollsters because they messed up the election. Only problem is that the pollsters actually nailed it. On my favorite site for polls, they literally had Biden winning with 290 points. But it's okay, because back when those shows were being broadcasted, the election was, as they say, too early to call. NBC, see NBC? That's how you use the phrase too early to call. Well, if you haven't gotten the drift yet and just came out of a cave where you've been hiding for the past 4 days, Joe Biden is pretty much already President of the United States. Biden is already getting more airtime on Fox News than the current president. Joe Biden gave a speech on Friday night, which they called a victory speech. But in my opinion, they should have just called it pre-State of the Union address. The only difference is that Nancy Pelosi wasn't there, nor was she shredding paper. Joe Biden gave an important speech talking about unity for this nation, or as Fox News put it, a terrorist losing president addresses the nation in an attack on the American people. Fox News is hilarious. Instead of running the headline Joe Biden is elected president, they ran the headline Donald Trump is ready to sue. Melania told Donald Trump that he should concede the race, and of course, since we are not ABC News, we were lucky enough to obtain the footage of the audio of their conversation, and as always, enjoy. Donald, even after those pending bankruptcies, don't worry, we will have just enough dough to go back to my hometown in Slovenia and live on black bread and water for the next 70 years of our life. Don't worry, the black bread really tastes good. Wait, Melania, is it pumpernickel, nickel, nickel, nickel? Don't worry, Donald, it's even better than pumpernickel. In Slovenia. In fact, the GOP went as far to say that Donald Trump wasn't even born here. They said that he was born in Jamaica Hospital in New York City. But what is Jamaica Hospital primarily meant for, you might ask? You guessed it, illegal migrants from Jamaica. It turns out that Donald Trump wasn't even from here. So here to comment on the issue is Senate Majority Leader, or maybe soon to be Senate Minority Leader, it's Mitch McConnell. So Mitch, it's great to have you here on the show. What is your response to this bombshell report by the GOP?
Yes, but to be fair, we aren't even really friends with Donald. See, I blocked him on Instagram, and I haven't visited the White House since July. I say it's not safe to visit, but in reality, I just don't really want to visit him at all.
Alright, Mitch, it's your first time on the show, and unlike Donald Trump, you showed up with an invitation, so I'm gonna be light on you tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. So what is your plan to deal with Biden as president? And the Democratic House? Are you just gonna go stall for another 2 years?
It's funny you said that, because that's exactly our plan. You know me well, Birdie.
Why don't you even try to negotiate with Senate Democrats to pass bills?
Because they don't agree with our principles. It's very simple. You see, they say something, and we say no, and that's how we do business.
Alright, Mitch, between you and me, Mitch, are you pro-Second Amendment just because if you're anti-Second Amendment, they will fire you?
Yes.
Mitch, you come from Kentucky, and a lot of people have this question, and I'm sure I'm not alone. My main question to you is, do you like Kentucky Fried Chicken?
Well, no. Every time I meet with the president, he gives me the same Kentucky Fried Chicken. I tell him, Donald, just because I come from Kentucky doesn't mean I like the chicken that is branded to be from Kentucky. It's honestly kind of getting annoying that he has to give me the same thing every time I come.
I think he thinks that you like Kentucky Fried Chicken because you're from Kentucky.
Maybe, but I actually prefer bluegrass from Kentucky. We are, of course, the bluegrass state.
Are you still upset with John McCain? Recall 3 years ago you guys had a big fallout, remember that?
Birdie, I don't know if you know this, but he's dead.
I know, but are you upset with him?
No, why would I be upset at someone? The last time I was upset at someone which was when I beat up that big bear in the Smoky Mountains. That's why I had those bruised hands and everybody couldn't stop talking about it.
Oh, now that explains the bruised hands. Alright, that's all the time we caught. That's Mitch McConnell, everybody, for the Weekly Late Show on BBNBC. I'm Birdie Betts. If anybody's interested in buying the merch, it'll be linked in the description. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Subscribe if you like it. Subscribe if you didn't like it. And that's it for today's show. Peace, everybody. Biden won! Let's go! Alright, see ya. Peace.